AP with the Golden State Warriors. Now back to Steiny and Guru.
Technically, I guess he's still a Warrior. Trade's not official. Second thoughts?
I'm done. KD doing spaces, Steiny, Twitter spaces with randos.
Okay.
Guy said he wasn't top 5, some random dude.
Okay.
KD came into Twitter spaces and spoke his piece.
He's not.
What do you mean he's not?
Top 5 in the NBA now?
Yeah, top 5 right now, currently.
Of all time?
No, currently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who cares?
KD.
Exactly.
I'm done.
Exactly. A couple things. Michael Silberg says Lacob is disgusted with Draymond Green, and he doesn't think Draymond's coming back. And then Dan Rockin says the Warriors have a better chance to win it this upcoming year than they did at the beginning of last year. Please explain.
Yeah, Roxy Bernstein.
Please explain that one.
What's Lacob disgusted at? The fact that Dre is...
That he's the bully, and that they sent a bad message by holding on to Green.
Wow.
I mean,
I'll tell you what.
It's just a texter that's saying that. I don't know if it's true.
And my big mouth has said this a couple times. I said this to you. I was looking forward to the life after Draymond Green and seeing what Curry and Clay can do and how Kerr would, implement something to offset the departure of Draymond Green. But as it stands now, this team can ill afford to lose Day-Day. Because if you take Day-Day off this roster, Steiny, you know what I say when I say Saran. It's a wrap in regard to the Warriors winning it again.
I think it's a wrap anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
It is. Till further notice, I don't think they're a championship contender.
Jesus. Well,
not in my book. They're a playoff team, but they're not a title contender.
That is just, man.
Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I saw a 44-win team last year, and I don't think the problem was all Jordan Poole.
Oh, I'm with you, and we're not by ourselves. But again, we'll see.
Flea in San Francisco. What's up, Flea? How you doing, man?
How you doing, Steiny and Guru?
Doing well.
I got 2 points I want to make with you, Steiny.
Yep.
This is what I want to say. I want to say, if you got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Wiggins, Draymond Green, Chris Paul, Kuminga, Moody, and one more big man, and you line them up with any team in the NBA, I'm taking the Warriors next season. Second thing I want to say to you guys is Chris Paul in the half. Warriors is not a running team like we was when they were younger. Chris Paul in the half court, and he's a pure point guard on the Warriors. So you got to think that Steve Kerr and some of the upper guys in the organization they said, okay, we need an actual pure point guard at this point in time. And Steph career, Clay career, and Draymond Green, and they set in a slower pace, especially half court. So I believe Chris Paul is going to be more of an asset because now even though he's older, he's an actual pure point guard that can actually control the game in the half court sets, especially with our young players.
Flea, I'll agree with that.
Put Flea down for being all in.
I'll agree with Flea's second part. I don't necessarily think just because you have that top 7, you're a championship team.
Well, that top 5 for a majority of last year, Steiny, if you're into it, plus minus, there was none better. And they're running that. They're bringing that back.
That's.
You don't like it?
So they had a lineup that they used 9 minutes a game. That was the best in the league, but it was so good they never used it down the stretch. Like, what good is the best lineup in the league if you can't play in the last 6 minutes of a game? Because they never did. But I'm just not hanging my hope on that the Warriors are going to bring back the same guys, but they're going to all take a step up.
And I don't agree with Fleece, Donnie. I think they try to move. They try to run. That's why Jordan Poole, when he was doing good, was so effective. That whole slow it down. I don't know if that's the right play. And that's why I'm not by myself when I say stylistically. I just don't see the fit.
The fit would be as a sixth man, I guess, and running that second
And the
unit.
first time that he'll ever do that in his career.
If he does it. If he does it. Justin's in San Jose. What's up, Justin? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
So I'm thinking, it's just like everybody else. When the trade went down, I hated it. It just didn't make no sense. But after hearing like all the analysts and hearing you guys, I think because like what Flea said, we were the top team with our starting lineup, and what we lacked was our depth. And I think Chris Paul, being a true point guard, and with his mindset, he can bring up Kuminga as well as with Draymond Green. I think that's our next step, is having Draymond Green come back. But you know what? After hearing everybody, I'm starting to like it more and more. Are we better tomorrow? I think we are, but I say maybe in 2 or 3 years we might not, because that's when Jordan Poole would be in. But you never know. We got to see how it plays out next season.
Appreciate the call, Justin. Appreciate the call. From the 559, Goo, I think this is what he's saying. Goo, would you prefer they kept JP and got rid of Draymond Green?
Yes. And I would have did that for the now, and I would have did that for the future.
888-957-9570 is the number. The Golden State Warriors, at the end of the week, it's free agent period.
Man, Friday.
Don't expect much.
Well, yeah,
You
here
need money.
we can.
You need money.
I
The Warriors need money, and they don't have any. In fact, they're cutting money.
I don't like this. The first time under the Lake Up regime that funds have been an issue.
Second off season. Second off season, it's happened.
When was the first?
They let Gary Payton II go. They didn't want to pay him $8 million a year.
But they did that from a standpoint of we're champs, not we're big-headed.
They
we'll
did
be
that
okay.
from a standpoint of saving money. Because they went out and then got him, but they only did it because they got rid of all Wiseman's money. So, look, the Warriors, that's the other thing. If you pay Draymond, which it looks like they may, then what do you do? Because at that point, essentially, you have the same team as last year, but for Chris Paul playing for Jordan Poole.
Wow.
Well, if you think they're a championship...
I don't. That right there to me is a negative. But you're not better with Chris Paul if you run... If the way you just said that, you set it up with now it's CP3 instead of Jordan Poole. I'm sorry, because I know in crunch time, somebody outside of Curry or Clay or Dre, who's not even looking to shoot, is going to have to put some pressure on the defense and come downhill. And right now, Chris Paul, I could say Jordan Poole has mastered that on a good day, but Chris Paul is nowhere near that offensive presence that Jordan Poole is. Now, if you're going to pass it to that guy, okay. But now I'm looking at who is that guy, Steiny?
I just don't understand this. And I'm not saying this is you, but if it is you, you can explain it. There are a lot of Warrior fans out there, it seems to me, who continue to say, if things fall into place next year, we're a championship team. If Wiggins comes back, all right, Clay, he could be better next year than this past year because it'll be his third year after his surgery. Oh, we were one Lonnie Walker fourth quarter from beating the Lakers, which means then we get into the Western Conference Finals. So it's the same team, but for Chris Paul coming in here for Jordan Poole. If you think they could have won it last year, why in the world would you think they're not a championship team going into next year? Because that's all I'm asking.
Yeah, Jordan Poole, to me, was the secret weapon. He was a Swiss Army knife, and Evan talked about it. Steiny, you could start him. It didn't matter who you started him with. He could come off the bench. I just don't think CP3 offensively, now I'm focused on offense for this example, gives you nowhere near what Jordan Poole could give you. So your power has been rendered in a sense. Like just your firepower, the weaponry is not there for me.
So you think the Warriors got worse?
I do.
And that whatever degree they got worse means they're no longer a championship
That's how
contender.
I feel. That's how I feel right now.
All right. I there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. I don't know if the Warriors got better or worse. I really don't. To me, it's a tricky one because Poole helps them win a lot of games, but he also is in a lot of games where he doesn't help you. And Chris Paul has a tendency to be a little bit more less rough around the edges.
But it sounds like you're coming to the side. Let me know if I'm speaking for you, Steiny, to where you're thinking it's not a foregone conclusion that Chris Paul will come off the bench. Are you starting to think he might start?
I have no idea.
Because when I left you Friday, I just assumed he was coming off the bench.
Yeah, so would I. I mean, the one thing, there is no, this is going to be, this is going to take years. All right? It's not going to be one decision and all of a sudden the Warrior fans are like, oh, yeah, we got the window's open for 6 more years. They've got to make move after move after move over the next 2 years.
They're strapped financially.
That's right. That's why Warrior fans should start to think about things like they're not going to win as much anymore. Because if they think that way, then they'll be more pleasantly surprised when they make it to the second round of the playoffs.
Wow.
Because I just don't think this is a championship team right now, and I don't think it was a championship team with Jordan Poole.
But if you keep going in reverse, Donnie, we could say we didn't think it was a championship team when they beat Boston. So we got to keep that energy.
The bottom line is, as the Warriors' season progressed, they were the number 3 seed. Once they got into the playoffs, it's like, you know what? They're better than we thought.
Yeah.
But they played all last year.
I give you that.
They stunk all last year.
On the road, too.
And
I was the idiot waiting for things to change.
Idiot. Jason in Tampa. What's up, Jason? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, so I think a lot of people, a lot of what I'm hearing is people want the Warriors to sign big names, get rid of this person, get rid of that person, and I don't think that's the way that they're.
Uh-oh.
We lost him.
Jason, call back. We lost you. See what I'm saying? Here's all I'm saying. We got a trade?
Oh, what?
Oh, wait. It's done.
I'm excited.
95.7 The Game breaking news.
Oh, no, Steiny.
It's an unserious organization, the Atlanta Hawks. According to Woj, the Hawks are finalizing a trade to send John Collins to the Jazz for Rudy Gay and a future second. Atlanta's largely unloading Collins' 3-year, $78 million contract for roster-building flexibility and alignment with looming changes to the salary cap.
That's your boy Landry Fields? They just gave him away.
Never met the guy in my entire life.
Imagine Collins being a dub. That's damn. He just got him for a box of now laters and some stamps. Steiny,
so you would have taken Jordan? You would have taken John Collins?
Oh my gosh!
Where would he would have? For who?
Who you want? Steiny?
All right, you could have gotten him for Peyton.
Night.
Okay, then where's he going to play?
Well,
does he start?
That would go into me not bringing Dre back.
Oh, gotcha.
Wow, gotcha. John Collins at Jazz, him in marketing, and your boy.
Who's my other boy?
Light skinned cat. What's the name? Used to be the Lakers. Clarkson.
Yeah,
I'm just a John Collins fan, that's all. Gosh, imagine being a Hawk fan, right? Trae Young. What'd we just do? Hey, we gave away Collins for Rudy Gay. Oh, my goodness.
That'd be one way to get bigger if you're Golden State.
Man.
What? John Collins?
Yeah. John Collins, making $25 million this year.
Yeah.
You a fan or are you still out on him?
Doesn't play defense. Last year, he was not very good either. Couldn't make a 3. He couldn't make a 3 last year.
Trae Young, man, what's his future like there, Steiny?
Who wants him?
Oh, come on.
Who wants Trae Young?
The Knicks would take Trae Young.
For who? Oh, the Knicks wouldn't trade your boy Brunson for Trae Young.
I forgot they got Brunson.
Who wants Trae Young?
Take him off.
Who wants him?
Sixers. Hard might be leaving. Him and Embiid.
Ew.
The Lakers were also linked to Trae Young as soon as the season ended.
Trey!
Steiny, if size was our weakness, how are we better off with CP3? Please make me understand this. Well, you didn't get. Who cares if you go from Jordan Poole to Chris Paul? To me, who cares about the size there? They got bigger. They drafted a guy who's 6'9".
Yeah, and they got wider, too. I know it's 15 in 3 weeks. I ain't nowhere near in a position to throw shots. But, Evan, they got a little wider, too, the Warriors did. Yeah.
Let Draymond accept whatever offer he receives in free agency. Keeping him at this point of his career, I don't know, kind of.
Man. But the worst part about saying bye-bye to Dre, for the simpletons out there, Steiny, if he said night-night, you couldn't go use that money to get something.
Nope.
Start next Friday. So that is what makes you want to have a double.
Better hope Vivek Ranadive doesn't throw a boatload at him.
Dude, they could use them.
Vintage you again. This was vintage you suggesting.
No, you're talking. Why are you putting it on
because,
me?
Because, I throw out there, the one thing Vivek could do, Ranadive or the Kings, is if the Warriors have some action with Draymond at 3 years or so, for let's say 90, what if Vivek comes in 4 for 120? And Goo goes, well, got to go back to the Warriors then. It's not how it works.
There's a bond that these guys have, and it means
it's not
something.
so Draymond Green is going to take $30 million less because Steph will be mad.
Yeah, I couldn't even do it for radio. That'd be a bit. Shout out Dibs, Donnie. No,
if
he were to get that much more, he's out.
If I'm Sacramento, why wouldn't I start jacking that price up on Draymond Green?
Oh man!
And if you're Draymond Green, why wouldn't you sniff? Kings had a better regular season record than you guys last year. And you are now going over to that team.
And he's what they need. Boston needs Dre. Milwaukee needs Dre. Philly needs Dre. All the contenders. So that's how special he still is, Steiny. Do the Warriors need him, or do they need some more punch? Firepower. They need a bigger than Dre that can do different things, that can get the ball and go right back and two-hand flush, block a shot, more than just on occasion. That's what the Warriors need. It's crazy. They could just swap.
Swap what?
They're
not a player away anymore.
Well, I'm not. Hey,
they're not a player away. They're not. Unless you drop Giannis. Problem is, if they bring somebody in, they have, right now, to me, I look at their roster,
I got it,
and they have 7.5 legitimate players. Their starting 5, Chris Paul, Kuminga, and I'll give you half for Moody.
So Dante's gone. I know I'm hanging on. He's out.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay.
So any trade the Warriors make is most likely they're going to have to give up one of their top 7 or 8. Who's this player who's out there, and is he going to start? And if he's not going to start, what's he really doing other than being a JaMychal Green who plays here and there?
Well, I'll tell you what. That's why I'm having trouble dealing with the departure of Jordan Poole. He was that guy that could do whatever you wanted, Steiny. He could start. He was Geico.
He didn't want to be
here.
here.
30.
He didn't want to be here.
Why? Because nobody checked the bully on the team.
What if my sources say that the reason he didn't want to be here was less about Draymond and more about looking at Clay and Steph and saying, I'm not going to start here for 3 years. I want to be a starter.
That's real. If I said that 2 years ago, and I thought he wasn't going to sign the deal when he did. I could process that easier than this Warrior culture we hear about, not being able to rectify Poole v. Green, or Poole versus the whole Warrior team. I just can't believe we live in a world. Oh, Steiny, I forgot to tell you. July 21st, Apple TV, the documentary for Steph comes out. They got the trailer. I got goosebumps. But I can't believe he can look at this move and say night-night to his protege, Jordan Poole, for CP3 and not be able to fix this with Dre and Poole. or Poole and whoever. That's what hurts me. I'm looking at this Warrior team, and I'm talking about executives. Fetsis, Chris Mullin, but nobody could get in there and fix this? Because now you're looking for a guy that could do what you just asked, and Jordan Poole was perfect at it.